Building a side hustle while working a full-time job is hard. Let's just say that out front. You're tired at the end of the day. Your weekends are your recovery time. The last thing you want to do is spend 2 hours building something that might not work. But here's what I know from people who've actually done it. The ones who built something real didn't do it by working 80-hour weeks. They did it by being ruthlessly strategic about the small amount of time they had. Today, I'm giving you the exact framework for building a side hustle while keeping your day job without burning out in month 2. Off-clock hustle, logo animation with energetic sound. Welcome back to Off-clock hustle. The side hustle, while employed situation is where the vast majority of people actually are, not quitting their job and betting everything, but trying to build something real in the margins of a busy life. This is possible. People do it every day. But it requires a specific approach that's different from how full-time entrepreneurs build businesses. The principles are the same. The time constraints force you to be more strategic. Here's the framework. Most people massively underestimate the time available for a side hustle. Before you can use that time, you need to see it clearly. Do a 1-week time audit. Track your hours, not judgment, just data. Work, commute, meals, household tasks, family time, sleep, TV, phone, social media. Most people in this exercise discover 2 things. They have less productive time than they thought, and they have significantly more unproductive scroll time than they realized. The average American spends 3+ hours per day on their phone. Some of that is essential downtime, but most of it's an available time resource that could be partially redirected. The goal isn't to eliminate rest. You need rest to function and maintain your job. The goal is to identify 5 to 10 hours per week that are genuinely available for side hustle work, hours that currently go to low-value activity. 5 hours per week is 260 hours per year. That's a real business built at a sustainable pace. Not every side hustle works well alongside full-time employment. Some require too much daytime availability. Some have income that's too variable or too slow for the energy investment. Some conflict with your employment agreement. Best side hustles for employed people: digital and remote services, freelance writing, graphic design, web development, social media management, virtual assistant work. These can be done in evenings and weekends with no conflict with your day job schedule. Content creation: YouTube, blogs, newsletters, online courses. Time flexible, builds passively over time, can be worked in 30-minute sessions. Digital products, templates, ebooks, printables, prompt packs. Create once, sell repeatedly. Low active time requirements once built. Weekend service businesses, car detailing, photography, cleaning, pressure washing, handyman work. High hourly rate, contained to weekends. What to avoid if you're employed? Businesses requiring 9 to 5 customer availability. Highly active real estate investing that requires daytime meetings. Anything that will seriously conflict with your employment agreement or non-compete. Check your employment contract. Some companies have intellectual property and conflict of interest clauses that limit certain types of side work. Know what you agreed to. With limited time, every hour of side hustle work needs to be purposeful. Here's how to allocate your weekly hours. Structure your schedule in advance. Don't leave it to chance. Chance means you'll be tired on Tuesday evening and decide to skip it. Schedule specific side hustle time the way you schedule meetings. Block it. Protect it. A realistic weekly schedule for someone working full-time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening, 1 hour each after family personal time equals 3 hours. Saturday morning, 2 to 3 hours before the rest of the weekend. Sunday evening, 1 hour of planning and light tasks. Total, 6 to 7 hours per week. That's enough to build something real if you're focused during those hours. Treat your side hustle time like a job, not a hobby. When you sit down for your scheduled side hustle hour, work the whole hour. No social media, no YouTube, no drifting. One clear task written down before you start. When the hour ends, stop. This structure prevents the side hustle from spreading into every corner of your life. At different stages of building your side hustle, the right priority changes. Stage 1, month 1 to 3, validation and first income. Choose a service-based side hustle that generates income fast. Freelance services, tutoring, weekend gigs. The goal is your first $500 outside your day job paycheck. This validates the concept and builds momentum. Stage 2, month 3 to 9, systematizing. Document what's working, set up basic systems, focus on what generates the highest return per hour. Eliminate the lowest earning activities. Stage 3, month 9 plus, scaling or pivoting. If the side hustle is generating meaningful income, invest more time or potentially transition toward it. If it's not, pivot to a different model with the same skills. Many people quit in stage 1 when nothing has worked yet. The timeline for building meaningful side income is usually 6 to 12 months, not 6 to 12 days. Set your expectations accordingly and commit to the timeline. This is the thing people underestimate most when building a side hustle while employed. You have a finite energy budget. Your day job draws on it. Family draws on it. Exercise and health draw on it. Building a side hustle draws on it. If you try to maximize all of these simultaneously with no rest, you burn out. And the first thing to go is usually the side hustle. Design your side hustle schedule with sustainability in mind. A schedule you can maintain for 2 years beats one you can only hold for 2 months. Protect your sleep. Sleep deprivation tanks your day job performance and your side hustle quality simultaneously. The entrepreneur who sleeps 5 hours to get more side hustle hours is making a worse trade-off than they realize. Build in rest days. Don't schedule side hustle work every single day. Having 2 or 3 days per week where you completely decompress is what makes the work days sustainable. Take a week off side hustle work once a quarter. Fully recharge. You'll come back with more energy and better ideas than if you grind continuously. At some point, if your side hustle is working, you'll face the question, when do I make the leap? The answer isn't when you're excited or when you're frustrated with your job. It's when you have a number. Specifically, when your side hustle income, on a consistent monthly basis, equals or exceeds your day job income, and you have 6 months of living expenses saved. Until you hit that number, keep the job. The security of employment income is what lets you build the side hustle without the desperation of needing it to work immediately. Desperation leads to bad decisions. If you never reach that number, but you're making an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month on the side, that's a successful outcome too. Not every side hustle needs to replace your job. A consistent income supplement that improves your financial situation significantly is a real win. Every side hustle hits a rough patch, a slow week, a rejected proposal, a product that doesn't sell, a client who cancels. These moments aren't failures, they're standard parts of building anything real. How you handle them determines whether you keep going. The wrong response, taking the setback as evidence that it doesn't work and either quitting or pivoting to something else entirely. This is the most common reason people don't succeed with side hustles. They experience normal resistance and interpret it as proof of impossibility. The right response: diagnose specifically. What happened? Was it a pricing issue, a marketing issue, a quality issue, or just bad luck? Be specific about the diagnosis, because the solution is specific. If you didn't make a sale because nobody saw the product, that's a traffic problem. If you made 100 sales but only 5 customers came back, that's a retention problem. Different diagnoses require different fixes, then fix the specific thing and keep going. The mindset that makes this sustainable: every piece of work you put in is an investment, not a guarantee. Some investments pay off quickly. Some take months. But the investment is not lost just because it hasn't returned yet, as long as you're tracking what you're doing and adjusting based on feedback. The side hustlers who build real income streams are not the ones who never hit setbacks. They're the ones who treat setbacks as information and stay in the game. Let's be concrete about why this is worth the effort, because the numbers are compelling. If your side hustle earns an extra $1,000 a month, and you invest that extra income rather than spending it, at 7% average annual return, historical stock market average, after 5 years, $72,000, after 10 years, $173,000, after 20 years, $520,000. That $1,000 a month side hustle, consistently invested, makes you a millionaire in 23 years, without touching your day job income or changing your regular lifestyle at all. At $2,000 per month invested, after 10 years, $346,000. After 20 years, $140,000. The math makes the work obvious. The side hustle isn't just extra spending money, it's the most powerful financial lever most people have access to, because it's additional income on top of your existing income that can be entirely directed toward building wealth. And this is before accounting for the potential that the side hustle eventually grows large enough to replace the day job. If that happens, you've converted a part-time income supplement into complete financial independence. Building a side hustle while working full-time is one of the most achievable and worthwhile financial moves you can make. It requires discipline, strategic use of your limited time, and the patience to build something over 6 to 12 months instead of 6 to 12 days. Start with 5 hours a week. Pick the right model for your schedule. Protect your energy. Handle setbacks as information, not failure, and commit to the timeline. Subscribe to Off Clock Hustle for more practical side hustle breakdowns. Drop a comment. What's your current side hustle, or what are you thinking about starting? I love hearing what people are working on. See you in the next one.